I used to fear the silence because it sounded like goodbye. I used to fill the empty spaces with reasons why you left my side. I kept talking to your memory like it could answer me. I kept searching through the darkness for the person you used to be. I counted every heartbeat, I counted every tear, I counted all the moments I spent pretending you were here. I thought the quiet was punishment, I thought being alone was pain. But somewhere in the stillness I started healing again. The silence I was running from was the silence that brought me back. This is the silence that saved me, the place where I learned to breathe, the space between your goodbye and the woman I was meant to be. I stopped chasing your footsteps, I stopped calling your name, I stopped building my future around somebody else's pain. Yeah, you were the storm in my chest, the darkness in my sky. But the silence after losing you was where I learned to fly. I remember all the nights when I waited for your call, when one word from your lips could make me forget it all. I made your happiness my mission, I made your pain my own. I forgot that even strong hearts can break when left alone. I carried your emotions like a river carries rain. I carried all your shadows while drowning in my own pain. I thought love meant forgiveness, no matter what you do. But love should never cost me the person I once knew. This is the silence that saved me, the room where I found my voice, the moment I stopped begging and finally made a choice. I don't hate what we were, I don't erase yesterday, but I won't lose myself again trying to make you stay. There is a girl in the mirror with tired and gentle eyes. She survived every moment she thought she couldn't survive. She carried broken pieces through every endless night, and now she holds her own hand, walking toward the light. This is the silence that saved me, the silence after the storm, the place where I remembered I was more than what was gone. The house is still quiet, the road is still unknown, but I don't feel abandoned because I finally came home. You were a chapter, you were a painful truth, you were the gave me something new. Losing you, but silence was the first place I finally heard myself. I still leave the window open on the passenger side, like some part of me believes you'll come back for the ride. Your old song is playing softly on an empty road tonight. Funny how a memory can still feel alive. The coffee cup beside me is cold like yesterday. The words you never finished still have something left to say. I drove past our old places, I didn't stop this time. I'm learning that some endings don't need a final sign. I wasn't holding on to you, I was holding on to who I was with you. You're the ghost in the passenger seat, the shadow right next to me, the love I couldn't bury, the pain I couldn't leave. I carried your forever like a promise in my hands, while you were already leaving before I understood the end. Now the highway keeps on moving and the sunrise starts to show. The ghost in the passenger seat is finally letting go. I remember all the nights I waited for your call, staring at the ceiling, feeling nothing at all. I became good at pretending that I wasn't falling down, smiling in the daylight, breaking when nobody was around. I called your distance patience, I called your silence peace, I called my own destruction a sacrifice for love's release. But a heart can only carry what a heart can survive, and I was losing pieces just to keep you alive. You're the ghost in the passenger seat, but you faded in the light. The person I kept chasing was never really mine. I don't hate the memories, I don't regret these. They showed me what I needed after all the tears. Tonight I pull over underneath the stars. I look in my reflection and see how strong we are. The girl who cried for someone who couldn't understand is finally holding tightly to her own two hands. You're the ghost in the passenger seat, but this car leave the window open. I still leave the window open on the passenger side, like some part of me believes you'll come back for the ride. Your old song is playing softly on an empty road tonight. Funny how a memory can still feel alive. The coffee cup beside me is cold like yesterday. The words you never finished still have something left to say. I drove past our old places, I didn't stop this time. I'm learning that some endings don't need a final sign. I wasn't holding on to you, I was holding on to who I was with you. You're the ghost in the passenger seat, the shadow riding next to me, the love I couldn't bury, the pain I couldn't leave. I carried your forever like a promise in my hands, while you were already leaving before I understood the end. Now the highway keeps on moving and the sunrise starts to show. The ghost in the passenger seat is finally letting go. I remember all the nights I waited for your call, staring at the ceiling, feeling nothing at all. I became good at pretending that I wasn't falling down, smiling in the daylight, breaking when nobody was around. The coffee cup beside me is cold like yesterday. The words you never finished still have something left to say. I drove past our old places, I didn't stop this time. There is moonlight on my broken floor, where I cried your name before, where I picked up all the pieces that you left behind the door. Every promise, every word you couldn't keep. Every night I held the silence while you were already asleep. I was building something beautiful with hands that were so tired, trying to keep alive a love that had already expired. I painted over so nobody would see, but the hardest thing to hide was what was happening to me. I was afraid of losing you, but I was already gone. Now there's moonlight on my broken floor, and I can finally see all the pieces I was searching for, were pieces left of me. I don't need to chase your shadow, I don't need to hear your voice, I don't need to keep pretending that losing me was my choice. used to stay. When I talk to old memories, just to make it through the day. I kept your picture hidden like a secret in my heart. Like if I stopped remembering, we would completely fall apart. But love is not a photograph frozen in a frame. Love is not a person who only leaves you pain. I gave you all my patience, I gave you all my grace, I gave you every version of myself I tried to save. Now there's moonlight on my broken floor, and the darkness feels less cold. The girl who thought she needed you is learning to be whole. I still remember laughter, I still remember rain. But memories are just memories. They don't have to be changed. To the heart that kept forgiving every wound and every scar, you were never asking too much. You were just asking the wrong heart. You were never hard to love. You were never not enough. You were just holding on to someone who couldn't hold you back. Now there's moonlight on my broken floor, and morning's coming near. The woman standing in the doorway is no longer living in fear. The house still knows our story, the walls still know your name. But I don't belong to yesterday, I don't belong to pain. You were my deepest winter, my longest night of blue. But the moonlight on my broken floor led me back to who I knew. I thought the broken pieces were proof that I was lost, but they were only stars waiting to be found. I left the ghost light burning, like you might come back home. Like a little piece of hope could keep me from being alone. Your jacket's still hanging where you left it that night. A shadow on the doorway, a memory in the light. I used to walk these hallways, calling out your name, trying to find the person who never came again. I held on to the silence like it was something real, like if I waited long enough, you'd would remember how to feel. But some people become ghosts before they ever leave. That ghost light in the hallway was never meant for you. It was shining through the darkness so I could find my way through. I spent years keeping watch for love that disappeared. I spent nights fighting battles nobody else could hear. Was always meant for me. I remember all the evenings when the rain wouldn't stop, when I counted every reason why I couldn't give up. I carried your emotions like a weight upon my chest. I gave you all my energy and forgot to get some rest. I became your safe harbor when you were lost at sea. But when my waters got heavy, you weren't there for me. I thought love meant forgiveness. No matter what was done, I thought love meant disappearing until I became no one. That ghost light in the hallway now shines a different way. It doesn't call you back anymore. It welcomes in the day. The walls still hold our memories. The floor still know our feet. But the past is just a photograph, not somewhere I should be. To the girl who kept the light on for someone walking away, you were never meant to live forever inside somebody else's yesterday. You don't need another apology. You don't need another sign. The person you've been searching for was waiting the whole time. That ghost light in the hallway is finally burning low. Not because I stopped loving, but because I learned to let go. The house is still quiet. The nights are still long. But somewhere in the silence, I found where I belong. You were my deepest winter, my longest night of blue. But the ghost light in the hallway led me back to me, not you. I kept the light on for you until I understood. The light was never waiting, it was guiding me home. There was a girl on the porch, waiting under the rain, holding on to a promise that never came again. She watched every highway, she listened for your car, she believed every goodbye wasn't really where you are. She kept the door unlocked, she kept the lights burning bright. She spent so many evenings talking to the night. She told herself tomorrow would bring you back somehow, but tomorrow kept arriving without you coming home. She wasn't waiting for you, she was waiting for the love she thought she lost. The girl who waited in the rain finally walked inside. She stopped chasing footsteps that disappeared into the night. She stopped holding flowers for a garden that had died. She stopped asking broken hearts to explain why they cried. You were the storm she protected, the thunder she called home. But the girl who waited in the rain found she was never alone. I remember all the mornings when I couldn't feel a thing, when sadness became normal and silence became my friend. I wore my pain like perfume, I hid it like a scar. Nobody saw the distance between who I was and who we are. I became your forgiveness every time you disappeared. I became your understanding while drowning in my tears. I thought love meant patience, I thought love meant staying, but love should never require your soul to start fading. The girl who waited in the rain is not waiting anymore. She closed the old chapter and walked away from the door. The road may still be lonely, the sky may still be gray, but every step she takes now is one step away. She found her voice in silence, she found her strength in pain, she found a little sunshine after years of endless rain. The girl who thought she needed you to finally feel complete found the missing pieces were always underneath. The girl who waited in the rain is standing in the sun. The war inside her heart is finally almost done. The memory's still visit, kept one candle burning in the window every night, like maybe you were somewhere trying to find your way back home tonight. I protected all your memories like they were made of gold. I held on to a story that was already growing old. I listened for your footsteps through the silence and the rain. I whispered all your promises so I could feel them again. But candles lose their fire when they burn for someone else, and hearts become so empty when they forget themselves. I was waiting for your return while I was leaving myself behind. This is the last candle in the window, the last light I leave for you, the last piece of my heart that still believed you were true. Tonight I let it disappear, I let the darkness come, because I don't need to keep shining for someone who never comes. The house is still lonely, the night is still long, but somewhere in the silence I'm learning my own song. This is the last candle in the window and the first sunrise I've known. I remember all the evenings when I held back my tears, when I smiled through the sadness. For all those wasted years, I became your safe place. When your world fell apart, but you never saw the cracks growing inside my heart. I carried every secret you were afraid to face. I carried every shadow you refused to erase. I thought love meant forgiveness, no matter how much it cost. I didn't know I was searching for someone who was already lost. This is the last candle in the window, and now I close the door. I don't need to keep explaining why I couldn't hurt anymore. I can miss the person you were and still release who you've become. I can love what we once had and know that it is done. To the girl who kept the candle burning through every endless night, you were never meant to be a lighthouse for someone avoiding the light. You were never meant to freeze there, waiting beside the sea. You were always meant to discover the shore where you could be free. This is the last candle in the window. The flame is fading slow, not because my heart stopped loving, but because I learned to let go. The house still holds our memories, the walls still know your name, but the woman standing in the doorway will never be the same. You were my deepest winter, my longest night of blue, but the last candle in the window was the light that led me back to me too. I kept the light on for you until I realized I was the one. left one candle burning in the room where we began. A little piece of yesterday, a little hope I couldn't understand. Your coat is gone from the doorway, your footsteps disappear, but somehow every corner still remembers you were here. I spent so many nights talking to the walls, trying to find the reason why we had to fall. I blame the changing seasons, I blame the passing years, but I never blame the moment you stopped holding me near. I kept the light on for someone who was already gone. This is the last candle in an empty house, the last little flame before I let you out. I protected your memories, I protected your name, I carried all the heartbreak and called it love again. But a candle can't burn forever without running out of light, and a heart can't keep breaking just to prove it tried. So tonight I close the curtains, tonight I say goodbye. The last candle in this empty house is finally mine. I remember your promises written across my skin, all the words about forever that never could begin. I built a world around you, I made your dreams my own. Then one day I looked around and realized I was alone. I stopped hearing my own laughter, I stopped chasing my dreams. I became a quiet shadow of the woman I used to be. I thought losing you would kill me, I thought I couldn't survive. But the moment I stopped searching was the moment I came alive. This is the last candle, and it's burning low, but I don't feel the darkness like I did before. The empty rooms are breathing, the silence feels like peace. The girl who begged for love is finally finding release. Maybe someday you'll remember the way I loved you true. Maybe someday you'll understand what I gave to you. But I won't be waiting for a person from the past. I won't keep holding ashes from a fire that couldn't last. This is the last candle, and I'm letting it fade. Not because I hate you, not because I'm afraid, because I found my heartbeat under all the pain, because I found my sunshine after endless rain. The house is still quiet, the night is still wide, but I finally feel alive, standing was always waiting for me to find my way home. I thought the light was for you. I thought the light was for you. I was wrong. I wrote your name 1,000 times, but never sent the words. I wrote about the lonely nights and all the things that hurt. I wrote about the mornings when I forgot how to smile. I wrote about the little girl who disappeared for a while. I wanted you to understand the damage you couldn't see, how I was standing next to you, but losing pieces of me. I wrote every apology that I deserved from you. I wrote every broken promise I spent years holding on to. Some words are not meant to reach someone else. Some words are meant to set you free. This is the last letter I never sent, the goodbye I kept inside, the tears I never showed you, the pain I tried to hide. I don't need you to read it, I don't need you to know, I don't need your forgiveness to finally let you go. The ink is slowly fading, the paper's turning old, but the heart that wrote these words is finally coming home. I remember all the midnight hours with your name on my phone, waiting for a message that would tell me I wasn't alone. I searched through old conversations, looking for a sign, trying to find the exact moment when you stopped being mine. I carried every silence like a sentence I deserved. I carried every heartbreak like a lesson I had earned. I became smaller and smaller, trying to fit inside your world, until I couldn't recognize the person I was before. This is the last letter I never said, and now I longest night of blue, but the last letter I never sent was the first truth I wrote for me too. I spent years writing to you, but the words were always meant for the person I was trying to become. I used to wonder who changed me, who took the light away, who taught my heart to hide itself. At the end of every day, I blame the broken mirror, I blame the empty room, I blame the memories that follow me through. But tonight I finally see the truth I couldn't face. I became someone I was trying to escape. Sometimes survival creates a version of you that forgets how to live. I became the person I needed to escape, a heart full of silence, a smile full of faith. I learned how to disappear, I learned how to stay small, I learned how to survive, but I've forgotten myself at all. Now I'm searching through the ashes for the woman underneath, the one who still remembers how it felt to breathe. The piano cries softly, like a letter from the past. The steel guitar bends slowly through memories that couldn't last. The acoustic strings are shaking, like my hands when I was scared, like all the words I swallowed because nobody listened there. The old house is quieter, the ghosts don't feel as near. The walls still hold the echoes, but they don't control my fear. Depression comes in waves now, not oceans like before. I have learned to find the shore. The heart doesn't heal by forgetting the wound, it heals by remembering it survived. I became the person I needed to escape, but I don't hate her anymore. She was carrying too much needed to escape, but tonight I meet her gently. I don't turn away. She has tired eyes, she has scars on her heart, but she also has a future and a brand new start. A brand new start. The felt piano fades into the sound of rain. The pedal steel cries softly into the distance. The room becomes quiet. The heartbeat remains. I wasn't the enemy, I was the person who carried me through everything. You took the easy pieces, the ones that made me shine. You took my favorite memories and left the pain behind. You took the way I trusted, you took the way I cared. You took the little pieces of the girl who used to laugh. I searched inside the silence for something you forgot, a reason you would come back, a reason you would not. But the door stayed empty, the hallway stayed cold, and I learned some people leave before the story is told. I spent years waiting for someone to return, for pieces they were never looking for. These are the pieces you never came back for, the pieces I found on my own, the pieces of pieces that became my home. I gathered every broken moment, I gathered every scar. I turned all of the damage into the woman that I am. You left me with the darkness, you left me with the rain, but you never knew the sun beside the phone, waiting for a message that would tell me I wasn't alone. I memorized your silence like it was a song. I kept finding excuses for why you were gone. I became your forgiveness before you earned my trust. While my own walls turned couldn't see, the parts I had to find. I don't need your apology, I don't need your goodbye, I don't need another reason to understand why. Maybe I was not your forever, maybe you were not my end. Maybe some people enter your life to teach you how to begin. I don't hate the memories, I don't erase the years. They were chapters in my story, not the reason I stay here. These are the pieces you never came back for, now glowing in the light. The girl who cried in darkness is learning how to fight. The scars are still reminders, the tears are still true, but everything you left behind became something new. You were my deepest heartbreak, my longest night of blue. But the pieces you abandoned built the person I grew into. I grew into. You left pieces for me behind, but you never realized those pieces were the beginning of who I became. I sat there on the porch where I watched you drive away, holding all the memories I didn't know how to say. The moon was hanging low, the night was holding still, and for the first time in forever, I listened to what I feel. I thought I would collapse when your headlights disappeared. I thought losing your love was my greatest fear. But somewhere in that silence, between the rain and pain, I felt a tiny heartbeat calling my name again. I wasn't losing my future, I was releasing my past. This is the part where I say goodbye, where I stopped asking questions and stopped wondering why. I gave you all my seasons, This is the porch where I finally chose me, where goodbye became freedom and silence became peace. I remember every midnight when I stared into the dark, trying to find the person I lost inside your heart. I changed all my colors, I softened all my dreams, I became a quiet shadow just to keep us from breaking. But you never saw the damage that you left inside my heart. I was building you a shelter while standing in the rain. I was healing all your wounds while bleeding from my own pain. Doesn't hurt anymore, because I finally understand I was worth fighting for. To the girl who stayed too long because she loved too deep, you were not foolish for promises you wanted to keep. You were not for wanting someone to stay. You were just tired from giving yourself away. This is the porch where my story changed, where the tears became rivers and washed away the pain. The house is still quiet, the nights are still long, but somewhere in the darkness I found my own song. You were my hardest goodbye, my deepest scar, but losing you showed me how strong I really am. For you on that porch until I realized I wasn't waiting for you. I wasn't waiting for myself to come home. Planted every flower with the pieces of my heart. I watered every promise, even when we fell apart. I gave you all my sunshine, I gave you all my rain. I stood inside the garden and ignored the growing pain. The roses stopped believing, the colors disappeared. place we call forever was slowly dying here. I kept blaming the weather, I kept blaming the sky, never asking the question, why am I the only one trying? The garden cannot survive when only one person cares. This was the garden where nothing grew. No matter how much I gave, I poured out all my love into a heart that couldn't stay. I carried every season, I carried every storm. I kept trying to grow flowers when nothing could be born. But I am not the soil where your sadness gets to live. I am not the place where broken promises forgive. This was the garden where nothing grew. And now I'm walking away. I remember all the evenings sitting underneath the stars, trying to fix the distance, trying to repair the scars. I became your shelter when you were lost and afraid. But when my world collapsed, you looked the other way. I learned your every silence, I learned your every wound. I knew when you were hurting before you even knew. But you never saw the woman falling apart inside. You only saw the flowers, you never saw them die. This was the garden where nothing grew, but I found a different feel, a place where broken hearts can finally start to heal. I don't hate the memories, I don't regret the rain, because even dead flowers can teach you how to change. I forgive the hands that planted seeds in empty ground. I forgive the heart that stayed when love was not around. I was searching for a miracle inside a dying place, but sometimes leaving gardens is how you find your grace. This was the garden where nothing grew, but I am growing now. The roots that held me captive are breaking from the ground. The flowers I was saving were never meant to bloom. They were only there to show me I deserve something new. You were the winter, you were the rain, you were the lesson hidden inside the pain. I spent so long trying to grow flowers in a place without sunlight, until I realized I was the garden that needed saving. I stood there with a suitcase full of things I couldn't say, full of all the little pieces of the love that slipped away. Your name was on the ticket, your memory was on my hands. I was leaving all the places where I forgot who I am. I waited for a moment when you would come running back, but the station stayed silent and the sky stayed turning black. I finally heard the truth in the quiet of the night. Some people are not meant to follow, some people are meant to leave your life. I wasn't running from you, I was running back to me. This is the last train away from you, the last time I look behind, the last time I search your face in every passing light. I carried your memories like a suitcase full of stones. I carried all your broken pieces like they were my own. But I'm leaving with my heartbeat, I'm leaving with my soul. I'm leaving the woman behind who forgot she was whole. This is the last train away from you, and the first train back to me. I remember all the nights when I couldn't fall asleep, when your absence felt like thunder and your silence cut too deep. I kept replaying moments, trying to change the end, trying to find a place where we stopped being friends. I became your forgiveness, I became your second chance. I kept giving you my future while you let go of my hands. I thought losing you meant losing everything I had inside. But sometimes broken roads lead you back to life. This is the last train away from you, the last goodbye cry, the last time I asked myself why you couldn't try, the last time I hold on to a love that disappeared, the last time I let your shadow control another year. Maybe somewhere in the distance you will hear this song. Maybe you will understand why I couldn't stay that long. I didn't leave because I hated you, I didn't leave because I changed. I left because my heart was tired of begging for the same. This is the last train away from you. The sunrise is coming near. The woman sitting by the window is no longer living in fear. The road is still uncertain, the future is unknown. But for the first time in forever, I don't feel alone. You were my deepest sadness, my longest night of rain. But the train kept moving forward, and I learned to live would mean losing everything. But the last train away from you was the first journey back to myself. I drove past the old places where we used to dream, past the little town where you still live in me. I passed the broken fences, I passed the fields we knew, past every little piece that reminded me of you. I kept your photograph hidden inside my coat, like a piece of yesterday that I was afraid to let go. Carried all your memories like stones inside my chest, trying to hold on to a love that needed me to rest. Some roads aren't meant to bring you back, some roads are meant set you free. This is the road where I left your memory, somewhere beneath the fading sky, the last place where I whispered your name, the last place that I cried. I don't hate the way we loved, I don't hate the way it ended, but I can't keep losing myself, trying to save what was broken. The miles keep moving forward, the darkness turns to blue, and somewhere down this lonely road I finally left you. I remember all the nights when I couldn't sleep at all, when your shadow filled the bedroom and your silence filled the walls. I searched for hidden answers inside every goodbye. I blame my own heart for the reasons you denied. I became your safe harbor when your ocean became wild. I protected all your sadness like a scared and fragile child, but nobody protected me when my own world fell apart. Nobody held the pieces of my exhausted heart. This is the road where I left your memory, the place where I chose me, the place where I stopped begging for someone else to see. The rain still falls behind me, the past still knows my name, but I don't need to walk backward into that old kind of pain. Maybe we were just two broken souls forgive the nights I waited. I forgive the tears I hid. I forgive the heart that stayed too long, because it only wanted to live. This is the road where I left your memory, and the sunrise found my face. The woman who was lost in loving you is finding her own place. The skies are still a story, the tears are still a song, but the road beneath my footsteps is finally moving on. You were my deepest winter, my longest night of blue, but the road where I left your memory was the road that brought me through. I spent so long driving back to you, until I realized the road home was never behind me. I used to fear the thunder, I used to fear the rain. I thought every storm arriving was coming back again. I built my walls around you, I gave you every key. I thought if I kept loving, you would never leave. But storms don't ask permission before they cross the sky, and people don't always stay, no matter how hard we try. I stood inside the darkness with nothing left to prove, and somehow through the breaking I found a stronger truth. The storm didn't destroy me, it showed me I could stand. I am the storm that couldn't break me, the fire that survived the rain, the heart that kept on beating through every kind of pain. I don't need your shelter, I don't need your sky, I don't need someone else's wings to learn how I can fly. The clouds are moving slowly, the night is turning blue. The storm that couldn't break me was the storm that brought me through. I remember all the evenings when I cried without a sound, when I felt like I was disappearing while everyone was around. I carried your emotions like they were mine to hold. I kept your heart protected while mine was growing cold. I became your rescue when you couldn't save yourself. I put my dreams away, sitting high upon the shelf. I thought being needed was the same as being loved, but love should never leave you feeling like you're not enough. I am the storm that couldn't break me, the river after the flood, nowhere left to run. You survived the darkest weather before you saw the sun. You don't need another person to tell you you're alive. You don't need their hands to hold you, to know you can't survive. I am the storm that couldn't break me, the dawn after the night, the woman who found her heartbeat after losing all her light. The past can keep its memories, the pain can keep its name, but I won't let yesterday control my life again. You were my deepest winter, my longest night of blue, but the storm that couldn't break me was the storm that brought me back to you. Back to me. I thought the storm was here to take me, but it came to wash away everything I was never meant to carry. I knew the way you smiled, I knew the way you cried, I knew every hidden wound you tried so hard to hide. I knew your favorite songs, I knew your childhood dreams, I knew every little broken part nobody else could see. But somewhere in the darkness, between hello and goodbye, you became a stranger, standing right by my side. I reached across the distance, trying to find you there, but I was holding on to someone who was already disappearing. The hardest goodbye is losing someone who is still beside you. You were the stranger I called home, the storm I called my sky, the person I kept saving while watching myself die. I built a house around your heart and forgot to build my own. I spent my whole life searching for a place I already own. Now I walk through empty rooms and I finally understand. Sometimes the person you love is not the person who can hold your hand. You were the stranger I called home, but I found my way back alone. I remember all the mornings when silence filled the air, when I looked into your eyes and felt nobody there. I blame myself for changing, I blame myself for pain. I thought if I loved harder, you would come back again. I carried all your shadows, I carried all your fears. I became the person listening to everything you wouldn't hear. To the girl who misses someone who no longer exists. You are not missing a person, you are missing a wish. You are mourning a future that never came true. You are learning that forever cannot be forced by two. You were the stranger I called home, the longest road I knew, the deepest kind of heartbreak, the one that looked like you. But the rooms are getting brighter and the air is finally warm. The heart that once was homeless has become its own home. You were my deepest winter, my longest night of blue. But the stranger I called home led me back to who I knew. I spent so long trying to find you. I forgot I was the one who needed to be found. I carried your goodbye like a stone inside my chest. Carried every memory that wouldn't let me rest. I carried all your promises, the ones you couldn't keep. I carried all the questions that followed me to sleep. Your name was on my heartbeat, your voice was in my head. I lived inside the moments of everything you said. I kept looking for a reason, I kept looking for a sign, trying to understand the ending of a love I called mine. But some things are too heavy to carry forever. The weight of your goodbye almost broke me down. I was carrying your absence through every empty town. I carried all your sadness, I carried all your pain. I carried a love that disappeared but left me with the rain. Now I'm putting down the pieces, asking it why. Why did I keep fighting for someone walking away? Why did I keep believing things you never tried to say? I became your safe harbor when your world was falling apart. But when my waves got higher, you disappeared from my heart. I gave you all my patience, I gave you all my grace, I gave you every version of the love you couldn't replace. The weight of your goodbye was heavier than stone, because I wasn't only losing you, I was losing my own soul. But the morning keeps arriving, even after endless nights, and the heart I thought was broken is slowly learning life. I forgive myself for waiting, I forgive myself for tears, I forgive the girl who stayed through all those lonely years. She was only trying to love the only way she knew. She didn't know that saving herself was what she needed to do. The weight of your goodbye no longer owns my name. The fire that once destroyed me became a healing flame. I still remember your laughter, I still remember your eyes, but I don't live inside the moment where our love said goodbye. You were my deepest heartbreak, you were my longest night. But after losing everything, I found my own light. I thought your goodbye, I thought your goodbye. I thought your goodbye. I thought your goodbye. I thought your goodbye. I thought your goodbye was the thing that would break me. But it was the weight that finally taught me how to let go. How to let go. I kept the fire burning long after you were gone. I held on to the ashes, trying to keep us warm. I fed it with my patience, I fed it with my tears, I fed it with the pieces of my disappearing years. You said you needed healing, you said you needed time, so I gave you all my daylight and buried all of mine. I stood beside your darkness and called it being strong, but I didn't notice I had been cold all along. I was protecting the flame that only burned me. I was the fire I kept alive alone, the only heartbeat inside an empty home. I carried the to shelter the wound I defended from everybody else. Now the ashes are falling, but I'm finally free. The fire I kept alive was always meant to be me. I remember the evenings when silence filled the room, when I stared at the ceiling, waiting for something new. A message on my phone, a reason to believe, a sign that all the hurting wasn't happening to me. But love became a question that I never could solve. Why was I always fighting for someone who was gone? I gave you my forgiveness before you even changed. I kept opening the door while you kept walking away. I was the fire I kept alive alone, the light in the darkness when nobody came home. I burned through my feelings, I burned through my pride, I burned every piece of me just to keep you alive. But flames need oxygen and hearts need care. You can't build forever when only one person is there. Tonight I let the fire rest. I don't need it anymore. I don't need to keep waiting beside a broken door. The girl who saved everybody forgot she needed saving too. Now she's putting all the pieces back where they belong. I was the fire I kept alive alone, but I found my own warmth when I stopped chasing home. The ashes are memories, the smoke is the past. The heart that survived you is finally coming back. You were a chapter, you were a scar, you were the darkness that showed me my stars. I thought I was keeping us alive, but I was only keeping myself burning, burning. I used to follow your shadow everywhere you went, trying to find the person that your heart had been. I walked beside your silence, I carried all your pain, I stood beneath your thunder and called it love again. I forgot my own reflection, looking through your eyes. I forgot that I was someone before your goodbye. I became a ghost beside you, a whisper in your room, trying to keep alive a flower that was already doomed. I thought losing your love would mean losing everything, but I was losing myself, trying to make you stay. And now my shadow learned to walk alone without following your light. It found its own direction through the darkest nights. I don't need your footsteps to know where I belong. I don't need your heartbeat to remember my own song. You were the storm I survived, the rain I couldn't escape, but every broken road behind me led me to this place where my shadow learned to walk alone, and my heart learned to breathe again. I remember all the evenings when I waited by the door, listening for a voice that wasn't coming anymore. I kept your favorite memories like treasures in my hands while you were slowly becoming someone I couldn't understand. I forgave every distance, I forgave every lie, I forgave every moment you stopped trying to try. I thought love meant surrender, I thought pain meant it was real, but a heart can only break so much before it learns to heal. My shadow learned to walk alone, past the places we knew, past the rooms full of memories, past the ghost of you. The road is still lonely, the night is still long, but I found something stronger than the love that was gone. To the girl who waited with tears in her eyes, you were not too broken, you were just too kind. You were not impossible, you were not hard to love, you were just giving everything to someone who gave enough. My shadow learned to walk alone under a different sky. The woman who once begged for love is learning how to fly. The scars are still stories, the pain is still true, but I no longer belong to the darkness of you. You were my deepest winter, my longest night of rain, but the spring inside my soul is growing back again. I spent so long following your shadow, I forgot I had my own light, until the night I learned I Last night I waited for you. This is the last night I waited with your name on my lips. The last night I wondered if you still miss this. I watched the empty doorway like I did 1,000 times, hoping you'd come back running, hoping you'd change your mind. The candle burned beside me, the room was cold and still. I was holding on to memories you had already killed. I kept saving all the pieces of a love that disappeared. I kept fighting for tomorrow while drowning in yesterday's tears. I was waiting for you to return, but I was the one who needed saving. This is the last night I waited for you, the last tear that I cried, the last time I asked the silence for a reason why. I won't keep the door open for someone walking away. I won't keep losing myself just to make you stay. The stars are still above me, the morning will arrive, and the heart you left behind is finally coming back alive. This is the last night I waited for you. Tonight I choose my life. I remember every midnight when I couldn't fall asleep, when your memory was the only thing that stayed beside me. I replayed every conversation, every moment we had, looking for the exact second when forever turned bad. I blame my own reflection, I questioned who I was. I thought if I became better, you would finally choose us. But love should not be begging, love should not feel like fear, love should not make you disappear while pretending you are here. This is the last night I waited for you, the last page of our story, the last time I carry your shadow, the last time I hold your memory. I can love what we were and still let it go. I can miss who you became and still walk home alone. To the girl beside the window, counting every passing car. You were never too difficult, you were never asking too far. You just gave your heart completely to someone who couldn't stay. And sometimes the greatest love is the love you give yourself someday. This is the last night I waited for you. The dawn is breaking through. The woman standing in the sunlight is someone I never knew. The scars are still reminders, the memories still remain, but they don't own my heartbeat, they don't control my waited for you in the darkness until I realized the light I was searching for was waiting inside me. I kept one candle burning after everyone was gone. A little piece of hope in a house that felt alone. I told myself you needed time. I told myself you'd return. I protected all the memories that only made me burn. Your footsteps in the hallway, your voice inside my mind, 1,000 little moments I couldn't leave behind. I held on to the shadows because they looked like you. I was afraid of the silence, afraid of something new. But a candle cannot shine forever inside a room with no one there. This is the last candle in the house, the last flame I save, the last piece of my heart I refuse to give away. I spent years lighting darkness, trying to guide you home, but I finally learned tonight I was never alone. The fire I was protecting was slowly burning me, so I let the candle fade and finally set myself free. I remember all the midnight storms when I couldn't close my eyes, when I searched for your forgiveness hidden underneath your lies. I became your safe harbor when your world was falling down. But when my ocean became a hurricane, you were nowhere around. I carried your sadness like a prayer in my hands. I carried all your broken pieces, trying to understand. I forgot my own reflection, trying to make you whole. I gave away my heartbeat to someone who let it go. This is the last candle in the house, where I learned to breathe, where I stopped asking someone else to finally choose me. The room is still quiet, the memories still stay, but they don't own my heart now. They are just yesterday. Maybe you were my lesson, maybe you were my rain, maybe the love I was chasing was hiding all my pain. I don't need to hate you to finally walk away. Some doors close longest night of blue. But the light I was searching for was always inside me too. I kept the candle burning for you until I realized the light was never meant to find you. It was meant to bring me home. I took the road past midnight with nowhere left to go, chasing down memories of a love I couldn't hold. The signs kept disappearing, the city lights went black, but every mile I traveled still brought your shadow back. I had your old voice playing through the speakers of my car, a song about forever from someone who left my heart. I thought if I kept driving I could outrun the pain, but some ghosts don't live behind you, they live inside your name. I wasn't trying to find you, I was trying to find the person I was before. This is the road where I lost myself, where I gave away my heart trying to save someone else. I followed your darkness, I carried your rain, I turned all my wounds into reasons to stay. But the highway keeps moving and the night fades away. Maybe losing your love was the price I had to pay to find the girl inside me who was buried underneath the road where I lost myself. Is where I learned to breathe. The motel sign was glowing at 4 in the morning light. A stranger in the mirror looked like she survived the night. She had tired eyes and scars, but something had changed. A little bit of freedom running through her veins. She remembered all the mornings she woke up feeling small, all the time she apologized for things that weren't her fault. She remembered every promise, it slowly turned to dust. How she called it unconditional when it was only losing trust. This is the road where I lost myself, but every broken mile brought me back to myself. I don't need your forgiveness, I don't need your goodbye, I don't need another reason to explain why I survived. You were the storm I entered, you were the rain I knew, but storms eventually disappear and skies become brand new. Maybe I was never broken, maybe I was just tired, trying to keep a dying love alive with all my fire. Maybe the empty spaces were never meant to hurt. Maybe they were places where I could finally return. This is the road where I lost myself, but now I see the sunrise waiting somewhere else. The highway is still lonely, the future is unknown. But for the first time in forever, I'm not driving home alone, because the girl in the mirror is finally someone I know. And the road where I lost myself is the road that brought me home. I spent so long chasing your headlights, I forgot I had my own. Now I'm driving toward tomorrow.